brakes. Let the car recover quickly. Get all the way that wheel. She fits power, tracking up nicely. Very nice. Nice stop, nice and smooth on the brake. Trying to, or preventing upsetting the behavior of the car too much. Kind of just slowing it down a little bit so we can roll into the corner nicely. Once you hit your airbags, treat the power and you unwind the wheel, tracking down nicely. Good job. Nice stop, getting ready for your braking. Protect yourself, indicating your braking point. That brake that floor.
Hey guys, how are you? It's Cameron with Drive This, and guess what? We have taken in on trade a 2018 Range Rover Sport Autobiography that you, knowing me, I'm dying to take this thing out for a little spin, so we're going to do that. It's got a 5-liter, I think, V8 engine, supercharged, putting out, I think, about 575 horsepower, like I said, and yeah, my dirty Jeep is parked next to her. Time to get her in the bath. But back to the Range Rover. We'll take her for a quick spin and see what she's got. Let's take her out and see what she's got to offer. Again, I think about 575 horsepower, probably somewhere in the same neighborhood of foot-pound of torque, if not slightly more. 5-liter V8 supercharged. Wow, she's got pep. Oh yeah, yes, this is a cool car. All right, let's do this a little bit so you can see. Yeah, she definitely has a lot of pep. Let's see here. I mean, it sounds amazing. You're sure? Wow, I'm enjoying foil. Oh, look at this. Are you guys ready? Let's see. This is where I just don't feel, you know what? We're at 55. Yeah. That was 58. I could go through that same turn in a Cayenne, even a regular Cayenne, not even one with sport suspension or adaptive air suspension, at easily, you know, the high 60s. Oh, that's a problem. Hopefully that officer did not see how fast we're coming into this roadway, because we're already exceeding the speed limit of the highway, but looks like we're okay. Troopers don't usually sit there. They must have known I was coming. At any rate, that's where the difference is, really. When you're thinking about what really sets apart Porsches from really all the other vehicles out there, and this is not a Porsche commercial, but at the same time, that's what I have a ton of experience with, and I feel like while I'm at it, why not compare? I'm not saying don't ever buy this car. I actually would consider buying this car. I do feel incredibly comfortable in it. I'm curious now. I'm going to put it back in dynamic mode. All right, are we ready? Let's try something here. So we want to jump into this lane. Yeah, see? Sounds great. Does have a lot of power. It is more luxurious. So I guess that's where it really depends on what the buyer is looking for. For example, for me as a brand ambassador, when I'm talking to a client, what is it you're looking for? It's something we always ask. And if somebody's looking for or leaning more towards luxury versus performance, but still wants that throaty or wants to be able to say I have 575 horsepower, this is a great car for you. It's beautiful, definitely prestigious, super comfortable, a lot of luxurious appointments. I do absolutely love this whole area. I think it looks terrific. He's new, but I mean, it sounds amazing. It really does sound amazing. The cold start exhaust is phenomenal. I've got that. We'll throw that up.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yep. There's a lot of extra storage that you don't pick up in the Cayenne. But I gotta tell you, I like this sound. All right, are we ready? very smooth gearbox. You don't even, and it's in dynamic gear shift, so that's about as quick as she's gonna get. I'm not sure. I was trying to see if this car had launch control. I don't believe it does. It does have a very beautiful steering wheel. I do like the backlit buttons. Let's try something here. I'm curious. All right, are we ready? So it really sounds amazing. We got up to about 68, but just out of curiosity. Now, here's where I'm not as much of a fan on these cars. When you take them around curves, although this did quite well, I just don't have the same level of assurance that the car is going to stay and go exactly where I want it to do. Slightly more body roll, just a slightly mushier feel as opposed to any of the Cayennes for that matter. This is my favorite test track here. The road is hideous. And see, even in a car, this is the difference. This car is ultra luxury, right? It has a softer feel, but yet it's jostling us around more than a Cayenne does in that same situation. And I think that's where you really pick up the differences between the Porsches and the Range Rovers. I'm talking very minute, subtle differences. So I'm being a little picky, but I really am trying to give you guys my perspective from spending a lot of time in some of these cars and not so much time in some of these others. This car does sound absolutely amazing though. Ride quality is superb. It does feel like it has a really good balance of firm yet comfortable, if that makes sense. And it is more on the sporty side, which is great. That's what I like to have. Now, here's what we're going to do at this stop sign. Ready to go. I do kind of like the, I'm not a big fan of a digital dashboard, but if you have to have one, Range Rover's done a pretty neat job at it, making it pretty cool looking. But I'm kind of like an old school analog guy. I know some of our Porsches now we're going into digital as well, but fortunately we still have the analog tachometer. That was not a video glitch, that was me glitching. But yeah, all in all, just a really cool setup on the inside. I do think the Range Rover has done a phenomenal job with their PCM setup. I hate to admit it, I kind of like the way it looks a little more than our Porsches, if we're going to be entirely honest. But you know, for me, you always get my true, honest, personal opinion. I'm a Porsche guy. I love our product. I think they perform phenomenally well, but you're always going to get an honest opinion from me. And honestly, at this point, I gotta say, I'm super impressed with how this looks in here. You know, all your buttons here on this digital display. I'm not even sure what some of these buttons are doing. Look at that, a little British telephone thing there. I'm gonna turn that off. I don't know what I did. I've done something. Oh, that's the button I was looking for. That's the button I was looking for. Available only in the dynamic program. How do we get this car into the dynamic program? Yeah, so obviously my first time in this car. So we're gonna learn together, which actually I think is a really good test as to how a car is put together. Because we can see how, let's see how the camera looks. I'm just curious. Oh, that's a decent sized camera. Oh, look at that. Both mirrors tilt. I just noticed that. In ours, only the passenger side. Let's see how the front camera looks. Quite a nice display. All right, so let's go back over here. Let's try this again, see what happens. Available only in dynamic mode. What is that? Ooh, oh, that's a graph. RG, stopwatch. All right, not that anybody can hear me, but oh wait, let's try this. We're in drive. We're gonna swap over to sport. Does that give us dynamic mode? Anybody? Nope. I gotta turn this down because it's cold outside, but I'm a little toasty right now. I do like the dark gray wood. Ride height adjustment here. Let's see if this does anything. Gravel, comfort, eco, dynamic program. We found, oh, look at that. There we go. All right, so now we're in different options. Engine. No, we don't want comfort. So it looks like it's just 2 options in each section. We're gonna have everything in dynamic. All right, let's go see what she's got to offer. While we're in here, before we start driving, of course, panoramic roof, you know, that's common in all these cars. Now, I do like how they've done the blending. I'm not a huge fan of black within the red. We do that in the 718 and the Macan sometimes, versus all red in the Cayenne and just the black top. But they have done that here. Does this close by itself? No. Oh, that opens this. All right, ton of storage. What else we got in here? Does this move? I think that does something. Let me see something. If I turn the car off, oh, I guess I should have put it in park. Does this do anything? Nope. Does this move? Okay, that didn't do anything. This kind of looks like it moves. I'm not sure when or why it would. To the steering wheel, I do like the steering wheel. I really do like the graphics on this dash. Check spare tire pressure. Wow, look at that. Check spare tire pressure. How does it even know? That's pretty cool. We are still in dynamic mode. All right, you guys ready? Let's take her for a spin. All right, so you guys know I can't drive a car that has an awesome exhaust note and not take it into an enclosed parking garage, right? At some point to hear the exhaust. This is actually a good place to look at the interior as well. I'm a little worried about clearance. This is weird. This is actually a really tall car. So let's do this. Oh, this is short. So there's an older version. A little scary in here. Turning radius. Actually, it looks like Land Rover slightly improved the turning radius, but that was always one of my gripes about these cars, was that they're not exactly tight space parking lot friendly. All right, so we're now in here in the dark in a parking deck, and it gives us a better view of what this car looks like at night, which to me is important. Now, as you noticed, I was talking about how much I enjoy that. I don't love a digital dash, but it seems like that's the direction most car makers are going, and if you have to have one, I think Land Rover's done a phenomenal job with it. So I do love the steering wheel and the steering buttons. Looks like a little bit of a copy on Porsche there. Your steering wheel heater button is visible instead of hidden in secret, but it is a nice setup. You do have the paddles, but I like, so of course Porsche's got ambient lighting too, but this is pretty fancy. I really like this line over here. Ooh, look at this. Display night or day. Look at that. So you can change your theme. Wow, so everything just got dark. Or auto, I presume, you know, daytime, nighttime. Oh, look at this, I found it. Screen angle. So this is what's, that's pretty cool. So you can actually change this screen and have it completely flat. All right, props to Range Rover for that. Nicely done. The cameras are really sweet, by the way. Double tap image to zoom. What? Oh, look at that. Like this. So front view. This is the extrapolated. Okay, so this is just like the Porsche, but it does have a pretty nice image. I do like the double tap to zoom function. That's pretty cool. What I'm not seeing here is maybe, not off. Maybe you can't actually. Right panel, left panel, trip. I see this is pretty cool. Trip. So you've got all these options here. Go back, up. All right, so I found another menu button. Looks like you can go into convenience features, and you've got all these different auto access height, wiper settings, gear shift pedals. What I'm trying to do, guys, is figure out how to change the lighting color. I might not even be able to do that. All right. If it's this difficult, actually this is pretty nice too. So you've got your map mode if it's in nighttime. Again, like I was saying, I don't love a digital dash, but if you have to have one, I think Land Rover's done a phenomenal job with this digital dash. Let's get back out of this and go into home, media, navigation, settings. I talked about the screen angle. I think this is pretty cool that you can do that. And here's Sean. Hey Sean, what's up?
Hey Cam, you got a customer in your office waiting for you.
Oh, who? Pat?
You picking up a car for me? No. You're not Alloy Will? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got a car they got to pick up for me too, a blue 911.
Wait, is the wheel guy there?
All right.
He's just dropping off the wheel. Is that the wheel guy or is it a customer?
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, Roger said they put them in your office.
Who?
I don't know. They just came and told me.
Oh, yeah. Can you find out? Because I'm out in this Range Rover, and I'll come back if it is. I don't think Pat was coming until 5, he said. Can you go ask him?
Oh, he's not around. I don't know where he at. Unless that was the...
It was probably the wheel guy. Yeah, it was probably...
Alloy. Was it the guy with the hat on, Marianne? Was it that guy with the hat? Oh, he's with Alloy Will.
Yeah, because my customer's coming at 5. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, bye. So there you have it, folks. Smooth operations aren't always happening. So what I was trying to do, and I love this, super beautiful. What I was trying to do was, there's a map. Okay. Off-road modes. Guess you can't change the colors. Seats. So you can pick and choose. Oh, this is pretty cool. So look, you can pick and then make your adjustments here. It's actually a lot more, admittedly, a lot more convenient. Oh, wait a minute. Is this a massage function? Oh, yes. All right, see, this is, yeah, this car has, we have that in Cayenne, and it's amazing in the Cayenne as well. Looks like this does not have as many options, but I'm still loving it. So I'm glad I found this. Wave. So I always like to see what a car looks like at night, and of course if it's not nighttime, then we pull it into the deco and emulate, because I do believe, because we spend a lot of time in a car at night, that it's important to see the ambiance or the feeling of that car at night as well. And one thing I just noticed that I wasn't expecting is that this car does not have the so in the Porsche world we call them PDLS Plus, or the tracking beams. So as you turn, your headlights follow, which I thought for sure, I know the Jaguars all have them. I thought Land Rover had that in their cars for years. So I'm not sure why it's not in this car, but it's not. Maybe that's an option, or maybe they don't provide it. I really don't know enough to know or to tell you, but it's not in this car. I do love that exhaust now. It just sounds so great. So wow, it really, so even though the car doesn't feel as fast or as tight, let's see what it does here. Yeah, see, it's a little, did you hear that little bit of tire squeal? And we're not really pushing the car that hard either. I mean, it still holds the road, don't get me wrong, but doesn't give you that same level of assurance that you get in the Porsches. Going back to my nighttime discussion, car does have really cool ambient lighting. It's red. I tried really hard for a few minutes to find how to control the light and could not. So I'm not sure if that's an option to change the color, or you're stuck with the red. In which case, I would think that you could change the color, and I just couldn't figure it out. It's entirely plausible. But if you can't change the color, it's a little surprising actually. Not that it looked bad in red, but it was nicely done, you know, nice little lines down the side. And overall, I am super impressed with the level of luxury and comfort. I did find the massage seat function, which is running right now, and I'm thoroughly enjoying that. It does work really well. It's just from the lower back up, so not under your legs at all. And it doesn't have a bunch of different options in the Porsches now. You've got shiatsu and kneading and so on and so forth. So I'm not saying that right, but you know what I mean. But it is still there. I don't know, it's probably standard in this. I would think it would be in an autobiography, but back to my headlight discussion, I was surprised that it didn't have tracking headlights. So as you turn the steering wheel, your headlights stayed fixed. And that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this few minutes that we've spent inside this car. This is one of those cars where I'd really have mixed feelings as to whether I'd want to purchase one or not. I absolutely love the way the car sounds, love the way it feels when you're sitting inside. It's incredibly comfortable, but I'm not sure if it handles well enough from a price point comparison. Now, this car that we have specifically at $77,000 is an absolute steal. I'm telling you right now, I don't have anything even close to that that would drive or perform like that. I mean, at $76,000, you're looking at basically a 2020 base Cayenne, and it does handle pretty well. 2020 base Cayenne or a Macan S, or a certified Cayenne S would be tough. It'd probably be slightly higher, but at the same time, even in a Cayenne S, you're not getting near this kind of oomph. So this particular car, if you're looking for an awesome sport performance, high-end luxury SUV that has a lot of chutzpah, sounds phenomenal, this is the car for you. That having been said, again, my name is Cameron. I'm a brand ambassador of Porsche Conshohocken, and this very car is for sale. It has 36,944 miles on it at the moment. Was taken in on a trade for another Porsche, and she's gonna make somebody a very happy owner. Just a matter of who that is, and how great a story would that be to say, hey, I saw this video on YouTube, called this guy Cameron up, and I'm now driving the car that you see on TV. Anyway, that's actually happened already twice, so I have sold 2 cars through 2 of the videos. If you go back and watch my videos, you'll see a white Taycan Turbo. That car was sold through through that YouTube video, and as well, if you thumb back just a little bit, that gorgeous GT2 RS, the orange one. Yes, that car found its way to Texas also as a result of that video. So I'm hoping that more will happen, but I don't necessarily do these to sell these cars. I actually do it just because I love these cars. I love driving them, and I'd like to share that with you guys. And I hope you guys have had a great day. A great day if it's daytime. If you're watching this at night, I hope you had a great day and a great night. And please do me a favor and subscribe if you haven't. Please hit the like button. Please comment. And please click the little notify button so that you get alerts when I put new stuff up. And hopefully I'll be doing that a lot more often. That is one of my resolutions for 2021, this being the first month of 2021. Hopefully I'll be putting more stuff up, and I'll quit talking because you're probably tired of hearing it. Thank you.